You well?
Yeah, we're just laughing about how shit we are.
Well,
Oh dear.
Iceman,
Yeah.
you're not as bad as me. So,
Well, I did get your money the other day, so
yeah, no, I wanted to retire.
I'll bet you did.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh, sorry.
It's not funny. Christmas is coming.
Oh my God. So, how you been? What you got?
What have I got? Well, we had a tournament on the weekend, Iceman.
Oh, yeah.
So we had the President's Cup.
Yeah, I didn't get an invite to that.
You didn't?
I'm a bit disappointed.
You got an invite?
No, I didn't.
What, you didn't get an email?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, you get
maybe.
invited. You get invited to all that time. So nearly all.
Oh dear. Oh.
But anyway, it was the President's Cup, Iceman.
Yeah.
Barry Jenner puts on an event which he sponsors, and he paid for entry fees for the next year's membership. So he gave out like 5 memberships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's always a fun event. It was a lot more fun last year when I won it, but that's old news. So anyway, they had snooker on the Saturday and billiards on the Sunday. And I couldn't even get in the snooker tournament, Iceman. We were full up. We had 24 players, so it was a 1-4-7 format.
Oh yeah.
3 groups of 8, so I couldn't even squeeze in there, Iceman. But anyway, it was a really good day. Usual suspect won it again. S Fine.
Oh my God.
So Iceman, Stacey's won the Ian Chappell. He's won the Championship League. He's won the state title. Now he's won the President's Cup. So amazing effort. I don't know, I can't keep talking about him, so I'll talk about the guy that came second. George Nicolopoulos, he ran second. You know him, he's a lad that's been coming in here now for about a year, and he puts a lot of practice in, Iceman.
Right.
And he finally paid off on the weekend, came second. So that was a fantastic effort. So that was a good day. Alan Murphy ran third.
Right.
So we had a fun day on Saturday, and on Sunday we had the billiards. At Iceman we had an odd number. So I
squeezed
in the billiards, but I was just making the numbers up.
Oh, Jesus.
Shane Murphy said, "Oh, Alex will be happy you played a tournament."
Yeah.
I wished I didn't, because I got smashed up in that as well, Iceman.
I saw Evreniadis was in the final.
Yeah. He lost to Nes Fernandez.
Was that handicapped?
Yeah, it was all handicapped, Iceman.
Right.
But the beauty of it, Iceman, is George came second in the snooker, and he puts lots of hours in. And Nes also practices 3 times a week, and he wins the event. And when he won it, he made a speech saying he's been playing for over 40 years, and that's the first time he's ever won anything, Iceman.
Wow.
So I thought that's the epitome of never giving up and keep on practicing.
Yeah.
So played really well. He beat Peter Udich in the final. He beat Arthur Cronus in the semi-final.
So he had a good run.
Yep. So he did very well. So we had a good event.
Wasn't it over 50s event?
Well, generally billiards, you need to be over 50 Iceman to get in there. But no, it wasn't an over 50s. You were quite welcome to playing it, Iceman.
Yeah, I struggle with billiards now.
Yeah. But anyway, we had a really good event.
That's
it was
awesome.
fun. It's more of a fun event.
Yeah.
There's a lot of banter went on the 2 days.
Yeah.
Ray Farley and Glenn D'Amica copped a lot of flack, which was always nice to see. And they took it on the chin, and it was fun. And I suppose if you're going to beat anyone in the final, you always want to beat the bun as well, Iceman. So he was quite happy when he lost.
He loves it,
he was pumped. So so we had them 2. And then midweek we also had the Tuesday night snooker league final, which was a couple of players from Empire, Ricker and Marty, in the 9-ball. They played against Emil Riera and George in the teams final, and George and Emil got up and went back to back winning the comp.
Yeah.
So we've had a few finals this week, Iceman.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, so it's been a good week at Snooker SA.
Awesome.
What about you?
Well, we haven't had any tournaments, but we had a couple of money matches on the weekend.
It's like there's a money match every weekend, Iceman.
Well, there's not from now on, because we've got a couple of tournaments coming up. But I'll go through the results on Saturday. Mikey Cacciola beat Dave Ewing.
Yeah.
That wasn't quite an upset, but the score was a big surprise.
Yeah.
13-2 to Mikey.
Especially you beat Mikey the week before.
Yeah, but I just couldn't put my finger on what the problem was out there for Dave. You know, like he had opportunities in nearly every frame, and just just wasn't quite right.
And a good player and focused.
Oh yeah.
And,
yeah. I mean, Mikey's not a 13-2 better player than Dave. No way.
Yeah.
But that's what happened. And on Sunday we had the two over 50s playing, Phil Jones and James Brown.
Yeah.
And that was a 13-4 result to Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Was it 4? No.
I think it was a bit close, 6.
Might have been. Yeah, it was 13-6. You're right. Yeah. And I'm sure when James Brown goes back and watches that, he's going to see that he missed a lot of opportunities. And the opportunities these guys are missing are not difficult. I think it must be the moment that they're playing in. I don't know, you know, the camera maybe, I don't know, but
well,
it's...
I think the moment that match got arranged, Jonesy was pumped, Iceman, because he must have rang me every other day, telling me that he was up for this match and he was working on it and done some practice. So,
but James was up for it too. He was looking forward to it so much. He was playing every day and playing different people and trying to soak in the information and, you know, but unfortunately just, again, the one shot here and there let them down.
Yeah.
I had a match with Adrian, same sort of situation. I beat Adrian 13-4, and when he goes back and watches the match, he's going to look at all the opportunities he had, because he plays quite well.
Yeah.
He ducked out of a couple of shots, which I spoke to him about after, where he didn't want to take balls on down the rail.
Yeah.
And they've just been reclocked, and you know that tables when they get reclocked, that's when they're at their biggest.
Yeah.
And I told him, you've got to take the game like bull by the horns. You've got to take the game and go win it. You know, you can't sit back and wait for the other bloke to make mistakes, because it's usually not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, so hopefully Adrian gained a lot from that, a lot of experience, and you know, we can hopefully bring that to this weekend where we've got our Schweppes Cup.
Yeah.
We've got the tournament starting on Friday night for qualifying, and Saturday afternoon qualifying.
Players still get in?
Players can still get in. It's $50 entry. You think, oh, $50, mate. $50 doesn't even fill your tank up anymore. You know, like the days of a $2 knockout are gone. You know, $50 is not going to go far these days. There's good money, good prize money on offer. Schweppes have also chucked in $500 to add to the prize money. So we're looking for 64 only, which you wouldn't think would be difficult to get.
Yeah.
64 players, 8 groups of 8, top 4 will go through to Sunday. We have groups of 32, we've got 8 brand new cloths. We've got 6 done at the moment, 2 tomorrow. It makes 8 brand new cloths all done, and nothing better than playing on brand new tables.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. And they won't be like best of 5, they'll be longer races. So you're going to get your money's worth on the Sunday if you get through. So yeah, so opportunity to get into that, Phil.
Well, I was thinking about... yeah, that's a nice one, Iceman. Sliding one through to me, slide one through to the wicket keeper. You know, but I was thinking about your challenge matches before you get to that.
Yeah.
Like these $200 pots, Iceman, the beauty that you're filming it.
$400 pots.
Yeah, well,
200
each. Yeah. But the fact that you're filming it, you've got some pressure putting the money in there. You're getting this match, you're getting world-class conditions, and it's being filmed.
Yeah.
So I feel even if you lose, Iceman, you're getting value for your money.
Yeah.
You get that match, and you get to go home and reassess and see, like you're saying, see what you're doing. And the fact that they get to play against you, an Australian legend of the game, Iceman, is a big bonus. And even Dave playing Mikey, they both get to assess what's going on.
That's right.
And that's the beauty of it, I think.
Well, Phil Jones rang me this morning, as he rings most people in the morning, and said he watched his match last night. Now, Phil, I don't know how you do it. You played for 4.5 hours, and then you went and watched the match for 4.5 hours. So you should be primed and ready for Super League tonight, Phil. After all that practice and work out where we went wrong, you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully Phil will be playing in the Schweppes Cup, and you know, all them guys can bring some class form.
So how many spots are left, Iceman?
I don't know.
Don't know?
No, the numbers, I don't really push it until this week.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know if they're working on Friday, working Saturday. You know, it's just this is the week where I get the names. Like I said, I only want 64. So if you want to get in, better let us know.
Yeah.
All right. And when I mentioned Super League, tonight's the last week. My
Seems like
team's
it's come around pretty quick, Iceman.
Oh yeah, it's only taken 40 odd weeks.
A little bit of COVID here and there, right?
Yeah, that's okay. But we've made it, and it looks like we'll finish it before the end of the year, which was the goal.
Yeah.
And it's so tight, Phil. My team is sitting ninth.
Yeah.
Right. We had a draw on Monday, which gives us opportunity to get into the 8. Our percentage is not good enough, not great.
Yeah.
So that 1 point for the draw means there's 4 teams that if they lose, we'll jump in front of them. So because they're all on the same points, right? So all we have to do is win.
Yeah, well, Stuart Milligan was in here this week,
Yeah.
and he was talking to me about it. He was a bit upset they lost last week because
well.
that's created that jam log, and they've got to play Chalkers Red, who are on top.
Down at Chalkers,
At Chalkers, yeah. So he was telling me that they missed a big opportunity last week to lock a spot in the finals. But Iceman, that's what you want, don't you?
That's right. You want it tight.
You want it tight,
but you want to be in there tight, not out tight.
Iceman, you might be ninth, but at least you've got a shot of getting in there.
That's right. And you can go to Poolstat and see the Q score live, like the live scoring on that app. So on Poolstat, but you need to know. So you need to message if you want to know the result or what's going on. You need to know what the handicap is, and it doesn't show it on the live scoring. So if you know someone in the team, once they've started, just send them a message or something and ask them what they need to get to if you're watching and interested, you know, because just looking at the scores, you're still guessing what the handicap difference
tipping
is.
tonight, when there's 4 teams all on the line, everyone's going to be checking what's going on there.
Well, they will be, but you know what the important thing is?
Your one.
You got to win your game. There's no point
Don't worry about the others.
That's right. So
except if you're losing.
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. We lose, we're out. Doesn't matter. So anyway, but that's all right. It's all good fun.
You're in there with a shot.
We've got a chance. Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, and just going on to Super League. So generally, Super League will have our grand final on Saturday, the 18th of December, including with our presentation dinner and all the presentation of prizes and money to be paid out. And so the new season normally starts early February, remembering that we are going to a 5x5 system. So some players will be either missing out in teams or leaving to make new teams, which we hope is the case. So like I said, get in touch with Sarwan, maybe in the new year, let him know that you're interested or even thinking about making a team.
Yeah.
Remember I spoke last time we were here about the Hills putting in a team.
Yeah.
Well, they're working on it.
No, that's fantastic.
It looks like they're going to have a side.
That'd be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, that's great that we may have picked up one just from having a chat about it.
Yeah. Well, I did have a problem with that day, Iceman.
What's that?
We got the Ian Chappell on that day. Same day as your final, and that's something I can't.
No.
That's just the Ian Chappell is on the Saturday of the Adelaide Test match.
Yeah.
And that's the only time Ian Chappell can attend the event, Iceman.
Right.
Which is a nightmare because you were an invite. Stacey's the defending champion. Lyndall, probably Kyle Stereo was runner-up. So there's quite a few players that will be involved in your finals. That now can't play in that Ian Chappell, but I can't get out of that one. Iceman. That just happens to have clashed that way.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Unless it goes Sunday, but that's another story.
Oh no, I've got to work around Ian Chappell.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I did contact him because of I knew that it clashed with your event. Yeah. But he can only do it on the Saturday.
Oh, well, so
he's got commitments on that Sunday.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll talk about that in a few weeks' time.
Sounds good.
But just while I'm here, they had the playoffs for the state blackball down at Caruso's. That was a couple of weeks ago, and I hear they had a pretty good turnout for their playoffs, Iceman. And they had a big day. But I can tell you the 3 teams.
Sweet.
So the number 1 team from SA is Anthony Grantham, Phil Mizik, Kane Weekly, James Little, Shane Wernett, and Tyron King. That's a pretty handy team.
Absolutely.
And you know all them players, Iceman. And I remember when we won in Perth how solid Anthony Grantham was. So they've got a great player in him. Then into the B side Iceman, and there fortunately when we had our state teams, you had one side, but they got 3 teams travelling to their national titles.
Yeah.
So the second side is Sean Salmon, Brody Grantham, Brian Perriton, Damien Walsh, Dave Lime, and Michael Radak, and Damo, a former state team player Iceman. So he sneaks in there.
Yep.
And in the third side travelling is Adrian Courtvine, so he practiced with you on the weekend, we'll help him there, Iceman.
Yeah.
Brett Neiman, Hilton Mahua, Ian Long, Jesse Burlon, and Mikey McColden.
Yeah.
So you'd know all them players, Alec.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of them, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, they get the opportunity to represent South Australia at the National Black Ball titles.
Yeah, awesome.
And they need to win it, don't they, Osman?
Well, we don't go there for a haircut.
That's right. So they better sharpen their cues when they go away.
Yeah.
And get some wins on the board.
I'm not sure when the nationals are.
Pretty early next year, I feel.
Maybe April, I think.
In Victoria.
Yeah. So all the best to them guys.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well done, and congratulations to all of you making that team.
Yeah.
Well, I know you were in a rush, Iceman, but one quick one.
Yeah.
Over in England at the moment, they've got the UK Snoopy Championships on.
Yeah.
And Sean Murphy, top 10 in the world, got beat in the first round by a qualifier Iceman, effectively an amateur. And Sean Murphy complained afterwards. He had a rant saying that guy should not be in the tournament. This is his livelihood, and he's lost money getting beat by the amateur. And surprisingly, 2 players supported him was Selby and Neil Robinson. And the ironic thing was that Neil Robinson also got eliminated by an amateur. What are your thoughts on this, Iceman? And by the way, Ronnie O'Sullivan thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
He told him, I hope your pain gets worse, and if it's that bad, quit snooker and go get a job. See how much fun that is. So, you got Ronnie brutal on the one side, and then you've got Neil Robinson and Selby, top 4 players in the world supporting one of their fellow professionals. But how do you feel about that, Iceman?
I think it's fair. I mean, the guys have obviously won a qualifying event to get back into the tournament.
Yeah.
And I mean, why wouldn't Murphy be buzzing that he's playing a bloke that can't even make the top 128 or whatever?
Yeah,
and now he's complaining because he got beat by him. Well, something not right there.
Yeah, I have the same opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like touch of sour grapes in there, Iceman.
All them players were beginners at one stage, right? And all they wanted was an opportunity. So, what now? This guy's getting an opportunity, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
What about when Robbo was trying to get in there? He didn't just turn up and say, "Oh, here's your, you're playing #1 table and all that." You earned that. So
I'm tipping Iceman. They'd rather have it seeded and drawing an amateur in the first round than random draw and playing Ronnie in the first game. I know who I'd be choosing to play.
Well, absolutely. And what the guys, Murphy said that he had nothing to lose and just basically swung the queue and got results or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's part of the game.
Well, Iceman, I know if you're going up against a top 10 player in the world, it's not just rock up and this is easy, I've got nothing to lose. They're trying their hardest as well.
Right.
So
That's right.
I don't know. It caused a big storm over in England, and I was just shocked that there was both sides of the story. But I sensed a bit of sour grapes, Iceman, because I know when I was playing, I wanted to draw the worst player in that tournament every time. So
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's one for them to decide over there, Iceman.
Absolutely. All right,
well done.
All good.
Alex, always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, mate.
I'm glad that your Christmas account on these money matches is going on, including mine.
Thanks, buddy.
You have a nice week.
Cheers, mate. See you guys.